Okay, so never had your lip done before.
No.
Just run me through, when was the last time you had surgery? Have you had anything like revision since you're older?
I had no surgery about a year ago now, just over a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the first time or was that a revision thing?
First time.
Okay. With your lip, have you had surgery on it ever since from like a baby?
No.
Okay.
No.
And it's been fine, like you've not had any problems or anything?
No, I've had no problems. No.
Okay, perfect. So in regards to how we treat the lip, it's going to be a little bit different to how I would treat your Joe blogs, as I'll call it, because I have to go in at a different angle. We use different technique and stuff like that.
Okay.
But is there anything that you, like, would you like them to look a certain way? So you've got options of, I can either just tweak the little, like the correction bit, so we can correct it to make it just sort of blend, or we can give a little bit of oomph on top as well if you wanted to like me to emphasize the cupid's bow, if you wanted, you know, a little bit more volume added. It's completely up to you how you wanted to go about it.
I didn't have anything in mind other than like a little bit more definition.
Okay.
So I do feel like they're really flat.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe like a little bit of a cupid's bow if possible.
Yeah.
But more so it looks more like a lip shape rather than just like a round edge
Okay.
thing.
So you want to, we can focus on the actual cupid's bow itself, make that like pointy as we can without going fake.
Yeah.
Do you want more projection from like the side?
I'm not too worried about that. Like, it's more just so, more like a confidence thing, just to, like, so it looks a bit nicer.
So like when you look in the mirror, you can see that it's like shaped well.
Yeah, like I don't want like big lips, like nothing that
perfect.
changes my face too much.
Okay, that's fine. So you've never had filler before, have you?
No,
First
nothing,
time.
nothing.
Have you had like Botox or anything?
Never.
Okay,
Nothing.
so you're really nervous.
Really nervous, yeah.
You'll be absolutely fine. Have you got any questions for me that you think you want to know?
Just roughly, how long does it like take?
The actual, when you're on the bed and I actually do the treatment, it is really quick.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Oh, okay, all
It's
right.
very, very quick. I was going to say pain-wise is everything subjective. So some people might feel like it stings a little bit. Some people, I've had it where they lay on the bed and they're like, can't even feel it.
Okay.
Everyone's different. But I've never had anyone stop me.
Okay.
No one's ever said, oh my God, this is ridiculous, I need to stop.
Okay.
So it can't be that bad.
I'm just nervous, but I've got kids, so everyone said to me,
Oh, you'll be fine.
If you've done labour,
Oh yeah,
you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I'm really, really gentle. I really I'm careful with what I'm doing. So you'll be fine. I use really thin needles, so it helps prevent the bruising and swelling. So it's a lot more minimal. I am going to use for you. I choose between different fillers. So I quite regularly use Lumifil Kiss, which is probably going to mean nothing to you. You're like, no idea what you're talking about. Which is like a really soft filler. But with Cleft lips, because I want something quite firm that's going to hold on to the scar and create that shape, I do like to use something a little bit thicker. So I do tend to go for a brand that's called Kyrax.
Okay.
So again, because you've never had it before, you're not going to know any different anyway.
Okay.
So when I'm treating around the scar, so you've got more tissue here than you have sort of like here.
Yeah.
It's not massively different, but you have got a little bit less here. So where I'm filling, you might find that one bit, especially around the scar, feels a bit hard, and this bit feels soft. Don't panic. It will settle, and over time you'll find it softens. But as long as it looks together, that's what we're aiming for.
Okay.
Because when I'm treating, say like if I did Jay's lips, he's thinking no. But say I did that, I would put the filler in a smooth way, so it's evenly positioned. You can't feel it. It's sort of hidden.
Yeah.
But when we're treating like cleft lips or dog bites and stuff, I have to place tiny little bits of filler in a strategic way that it's visually blended. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
so when you go like, it's going to feel weird.
Yeah.
You might be like, oh, that feels really hard and that's soft.
Yeah.
As long as it looks good,
that's
what we're going for. That's what we're going for. So it will feel a bit weird. Aftercare wise, I say no saunas, swimming, sunbeds, steam rooms for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Do you smoke or vape?
No.
Perfect. No alcohol for 48 hours-ish. What you like with gymming?
I don't really go to the gym.
Good. Me neither.
Not that person.
That's fine. Yeah, gym I normally say 24, 48 hours. But if you're going to go like mad, give it a week or so.
Okay.
Apart from that, makeup tomorrow is fine. They might feel a little bit dry whilst they're healing. That's just because of the needle going in. Your body's obviously trying to repair itself. So they can feel quite dry whilst they're sort of healing. If that's the case, Vaseline. Just literally anything, Vaseline or any sort of lip oil you've got, just keep that on for a week or two and that will eventually go back to normal. I think I've covered it all.
Can I ask about the scar tissue? Like when you inject things, will it hurt? Like
I get this all the time. Everyone's different. I find people say it either hurts a lot more or it's completely numb.
Okay.
So it's the same with any surgery. Like when I got my boobs done, the surgeon said where they cut through nerves and stuff, I think it's like 80% of people get nerve damage.
Yeah.
So it just depends on where they've cut it.
Okay.
So have you ever had like a spot on it or anything?
No.
Okay. Because most of the time people say, oh no, I can't really feel much in that area.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Other people say, oh, it's a little bit more sensitive.
I've just never done anything with that area. Like I've never even like so much as got like a top lip wax, nothing, because it scares me if it would hurt.
I do use really, really thin needles. So what I'll do is, as we're doing it, when I do come to the scar bit, I'll put the needle in, do a little bit and just sort of test it. If it is really painful, I can work around.
Okay.
I only go in if it's like a last resort and it's absolutely necessary. But if I can work around it and make it more comfortable, then I will do that.
Okay.
So we'll test it.
Okay, that's fine.
But you'll be fine. You can stop me at any point and have a break if you want.
Okay, all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excited?
Yeah, excited and nervous.
Let's do it. So I'm just starting off by giving the lips a good physical assessment. So by that I mean I'm just literally feeling around the lip tissue, trying to see in between the lip where the wet border is, where the cleft scar runs to and from. Sometimes it comes a lot deeper, sometimes it's a lot thicker. So I'm just giving a good assessment of how everything is. And then with my little pencil, I just mark up a couple of bits. You don't have to do this. It just sort of helps my eyes if I'm sort of doing different bits at the same time or I'm jumping from one bit to the other. I can just sort of picture where each section should be and how I want to work. So for instance, I've marked up the Cupid's bow and I've put a little line in there because I'm going to pull that up. And then on the other side, you can see I've done like a little fan with the direction where it's coming into the middle. So typically when you're doing lips, especially when you do Russian lips and stuff like that, you're taught not to go anywhere in the middle. And I think this is a reason why a lot of practitioners aren't confident or don't want to treat cleft lips, because you're kind of going against what you've been taught. You do need to inject towards the middle because that's where the problem area is. So I'm just starting off on this side of the Cupid's bow where the scar is. And if you can see my technique, I come in only halfway because as you can see, her lips are really thin. So I really want to be careful of that wet border. And as I'm pulling out, I push the bevel of the needle up towards the client's nose and sort of into the face to get that pull back. And you want to make sure that the needle is doing most of the work. And that's literally, I've barely put anything in there, not even 0.1, and it's made a massive difference. So make sure you're using the tip of the needle to really manipulate the lip and create that shape that you want. So I've left a gap in the middle there because she had like a bit of a fat tissue right in the middle, and then she's lacking in the sides. So when you're treating clients with cleft lips or scarring and stuff like that, you only want to be placing the filler in the areas where it's lacking. Okay, this technique that I do here, it really is an art. It is all about using your eye. I could put, say, 500,000 in one side and 0.2 in the other because you have to balance it out.
And I do make my client aware of that actually, especially with cleft lips, one side is going to feel a lot more firmer than the other because of how much filler needs to go in there. So on the other side, I'm just fanning as normal, as if I would with like a normal Russian lip technique. And I'm just really trying to pull that side up. The key is to work really slowly. So you don't want to be rushing. You just want to be taking your time, injecting tiny little bits at a time and just working little areas and only injecting a little bit. So you can see I've still got loads. I've literally used 0.2 in the whole top lip so far. Just tiny, tiny little bits. This is Kyrax Deep that I'm using. I am going to be trying Stylage lips in the next couple of weeks because I'm really liking the Stylage range at the moment. So I'll keep you guys updated about that. So now I'm just coming into the body of the lip. So this is where I just place small little linear threads and I just inject as I'm coming out and I press on the outside of the lip to help me create that shape. So I use 2 fingers and stretch. I do believe that's because where I trained in PMU a long time ago, it's drilled into me to stretch the skin. It's just an automatic thing, but it does really work. So I'm just trying to crisp up that Cupid's bow and the border now. And I did try to flip it over, but it didn't go very well, did it? We gave it a go. So I'm just pinching all of that into the border just to make sure it's all sitting where I want it to be. And then I'm coming in again, this side in the body, just to add a little bit there, just to blend where that fat pad is sitting. I'm not going to lie, that bruise was really annoying me because I'd done the whole top lip and it was like the last injection in that corner and it just blew up. I thought, oh, like I could really feel it in there. You can, obviously the sound's off here, but you can't. I said to her, I said, you've got a really big bruise there because I could feel it swelling in my fingers. I was trying to disperse it. Pinching is the key. I don't actually massage clients' lips anymore when I do filler. I pinch. I literally do my technique, get the borders and the body pinched together and leave it. I do not massage at all. I just pinch. So with the bottom lip, I just treat as normal. We're just going to fan. So I fanned the middle and brought that down as much as possible and just slowly working my way out. So I come in the middle and then I inject coming out one way and then I go back in again and go the other. So just tiny, tiny little fans. And then I come in the sides and I just do a linear in the body. Sometimes I do 1, sometimes I do 2, depending on if they've had filler before, depending on how wide the lips are. So again, that's just something you're going to have to assess in person. So here I did 2. And then I just plumped out the middle bit a little bit. Can you tell that bruise is annoying me? I'm like, no, I will not let this ruin my reveal. Trying to massage it out as much as possible to try and disperse it so it didn't stay as a big hard lump. So I'm just checking the refill on that and we're all good. Give her a bit of gloss and we're going to show her the reveal. Have a good look, check you're happy with everything.
I can't look again.
All right then, don't.
Oh wow. Oh well.
Oh, don't, because I'll go. Oh, babe. Don't, you're making my eyes water.
Don't you start me off.
Don't cry ever.
I'm trying to cry.
Oh, babe, they're so
They're
good.
so good. This is better than I could ever imagine.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to cry.
Oh. It's that bruise, like, it come up straight away. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh no, just
That'll go down.
so different. Oh my god.
They look so good.
No, I'm trying to cry.
No, don't be silly.
They look so good.
Oh, look my way. Let's have a look.
I wasn't expecting to lift it. I don't know
Really?
what I was expecting, but
Your Cupid's bow is normally the hardest bit to cover. That
Yeah.
lift is so easy. So easy.
I've always been told I've got like a really neat scar.
Yeah, you do.
Honestly, it looks amazing.
It's really, really good. You're welcome,
Thank
babe.
you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
You happy to get some pics?
Yeah, of course.